My name's Dave Bennett. I'm Principal Manager for Rent Assist. The Rent Assist team is within Kirklees Neighbourhood housing. Our principal base is Perseverance House in Huddersfield, but we do operate teams from New Street in Huddersfield and from Ravensthorpe Housing Office in Dewsbury. But also we have surgeries and outreach locations based at Cleckheaton Town Hall, Batley Town Hall and Dewsbury Town Hall. The main function of the Rent Assist team, of course, is to collect the rental income from the council's properties. But we take a particular stance on that, and I think the title of the team, Rent Assist, particularly gives an insight into the way in which we choose to do that. We offer services around prevention and support rather than just a pure escalating debt balance process that leads up to court action and eviction. Our approach is very much around can we stop people getting into debt, can we provide support and prevention work, and I prefer to do that as opposed to throwing people out of their homes. Of course, as an income collection service, our primary aim is of course to maximise income, but we find if you do the early support and prevention work well, then you have to do less enforcement. And over the period of the last 3 years where we've been directing much of our services in that direction, that has proved to be so, with an increasingly lower amount of outstanding rent and an increasing less amount of people taken to court and evicted. It is important to remember that the services that we do provide via the debt advice team are predominantly aimed at Kirklees council tenants. As we move more and more out into the community though, we are trying to base more of our services out there. One of the directions that we've given to our team is if a person from a local community where our estate services are based presents themselves, not to turn them away and to help them as much as possible. So hopefully by doing that we're going to add to the sort of like the corporate impact in terms of dealing with people with debt problems. One of the important things we often find is that not enough people know about our debt advice service, and so we're making a big effort through our Tenants Door to Door magazine, which goes to every household across Kirklees that we manage, to put that information at the forefront of everybody's mind as welfare reform issues start to hit our tenants. Equally, we're planning to campaign that message of how we provide services and how other services within Kirklees can access our staff as widely as possible over the coming months. I think it's important to mention also that our debt advice team are very flexible, and in terms of the important thing for us is that if anyone presents themselves requiring debt advice, that we are as open and accessible to their needs as possible. So we do try to arrange as many interviews as possible within people's homes, or at mutual locations if that's how they choose to do it, or within one of the K&H or council offices. We also try to act as quickly as possible because it's important to us that if someone presents with debt, they've got an issue, and therefore it must be dealt with as quickly as possible. Not always possible to deal with it at the end of a phone, so we do always try to access that person and arrange an appointment or a discussion at least within 3 working days, so that everyone can be assured that they do have a good discussion with one of our advisors within that week, if at all possible. Needs to be stressed also, and so that everyone who potentially could signpost someone to our service realises is that the service is free, it's open and it's confidential. Anyone can come along and ask for advice, and there are no restrictions to the number of times that people can see one of our advisors if necessary. Also, I'd like to use this opportunity to appeal to other services who might see this DVD to refer people if at all possible, and the information is available within the pack you'll receive. We do receive lots of referrals from our own estate management officers and our arrears recovery officers. What we do lack is a blanket approach from all of the services within Kirklees who come across our tenants to make referrals, to try and encourage people to talk to us about debt as early as possible. It forms the bedrock of how we approach arrears. We don't want people in arrears. It's more effective for us overall if we stop it at the very start. Last thing to say really is that, and it's an appeal really to all other services, is we want to work in partnership. Please use the contact information and talk to our officers. We will want to work strongly in partnership to help our tenants and other people if possible. We'll contribute back the other way towards any corporate initiatives we can.